I felt it was fitting to show you my drawing of Michael Myers. Whether it looks good or not is up to you. Hello and welcome to my official spoiler review of Halloween Ends. Now, to summarize it in one word, just like I do with all my shorts, the word I would use to describe it is okay. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the beginning of the movie was just so goddamn slow, and I felt like it was gonna pick up, and it did. However, there were some decisions that I was like, why did you do this? And when people were saying, like when I was watching spoiler-free reviews, like you're gonna be mad and, it's gonna be mixed amongst fans, I was honestly happy because I like movies that take risks like this. And I honestly, of course, let's just talk about the big thing, is the fact that Michael is barely in this movie. He maybe gets 3, maybe 4 scenes, and that's it. And he honestly only gets like 1 kill where he doesn't have any help, and it's that nurse redheaded bitch. So yeah, that was super annoying. But also Corey wrestling Michael to take his mask and kill people. Now, I really loved Corey's kills. They were so gory and brutal. I absolutely loved it. And I definitely think that it was cool, seeing like him burning that dude's face, him stomping that one girl's skull. It was just so cool. But the final battle, oh my god. The final battle is definitely where the movie was at its peak, because it was just awesome seeing, Laurie fight, well, not really fight, but kind of just have this talk with Corey, and she was like, you came here to kill me, so just do it. And then Michael just shows up out of nowhere to get his mask. And that's where I was like, why did you do that? So, yeah, I mean, the movie definitely was cool. I will say that. It was pretty. There were some scenes where I got really, really pissed off at Allison, because Allison was awesome in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. However, in this movie, she just really pissed me off. Every single scene she was in, I was just flipping off and saying, fuck you, Allison. And I mean, there were only like 7 or 8 people in the cinema. So, and they were pretty spread out, so no one really heard me. And yeah, it was just really, really weak at the beginning. However, Michael's death was great. I love how, like, when Laurie stabbed him in the chest, I was like, please don't tell me that this is it. And then, of course, he got up and he started choking her. And I honestly thought they were going to kill her. I genuinely thought they were going to kill Laurie. And I was going to get really sad, especially since they started playing the Halloween theme music. But no, Allison thankfully came and saved her. And they slit his throat and they slit his wrist. And then, oh my god, wonderful. It was just pure magic. And there's something that I haven't spoken about yet, which really should have been the first thing I was talking about, and that is the opening scene. Because the opening was getting a little bit too drawn out, I'll be honest, like with Corey looking around the house, and I got really happy when I heard the kid like screaming for help, because I thought Michael killed him. Because as soon as the kid was like, you're the worst babysitter or something like that, I was just telling my friend, please just let this kid die, I'm begging you. And then when he trapped Corey in the room, I was like, Michael's gonna come out and kill him, isn't he? But no, Corey actually knocked the door down, and then the kid fell from the railing and he broke his neck. I was so happy. I know it sounds morbid, right? But I love it when horror movies kill kids, because it just pisses me off sometimes. Because when you have little kids, you feel like they have just so much plot armor, because a lot of the times they do just survive, and it's annoying. So I mean, this isn't the first kid Michael killed. Of course, he did kill that kid in Halloween 2018. So yeah, but this movie really did like butcher Michael, seriously. He teamed up. Come on, who the hell thought, you know what, right? It's a good idea to have Michael like have a partner and he doesn't betray him. That's what sucks. I hated that. You know, like when Corey went into the sewers. I forgot why he went into the sewers. Oh yeah, I think Michael dragged him in, that's right. When he went into the sewers, Michael grabs him, and you know, from the trailer it looks like that, you know, Corey will escape himself. But no, Michael lets him go. Michael lets him go. What the fuck, man? Come on. He let him live, and supposedly the evil was like transferred over to him. So it kind of made sense, because it wasn't the first time we've seen it. You know, we saw it with Jamie, and I think it was Halloween 4, the end of Halloween 4, I think. I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't really care about those movies. But yeah, like when Corey like started killing people, that's when I was like, ooh, this is actually really interesting. Because of course they'd want to subvert your expectations with like, oh, one of the main characters, you know, supposedly becoming a killer and then get redeemed. No, Corey goes full on psycho, and it was honestly pretty cool to see. But it just wasn't nice having the spotlight being taken away from Michael, because this is supposed to be the end game of this franchise, or at least this timeline. And your final movie, Michael isn't even the main villain. So, oh God, it really did suck. So, if I was to change 2 things about this movie, maybe make it a little bit longer, maybe make it just go over 2 hours, and add more Michael, please. Because this was just, they really did butcher my boy here. And I've heard people say, you know, the thing about Corey, that they didn't like it because Michael was showing compassion. I think you're taking it the wrong way. Michael was not showing compassion, thankfully. He basically just wanted Corey to kind of, I guess, take over what Michael was doing. Because of course, I mean, you saw in the beginning of the movie, Michael was getting beaten by a kid. Well, not a kid, but you know what I mean, like a young person. And I get it, he's like 64, 65 or whatever. But the Michael from Halloween Kills, that is the perfect Michael Myers. And that is why I love Halloween Kills so much. I know people didn't like it, but I absolutely love that movie. And that is the perfect Michael Myers. In this movie, he's just a weak old man. And I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Why they didn't make him the main villain. But yeah, this has basically just been a long rant. And I will definitely rewatch this movie. And I can see why people like it, because there are a lot of scenes in this movie I did like. But I think that the downs definitely outweigh the ups. And no matter how negative this review may have sounded, I did enjoy the latter half of this film. So yeah, as like the final Halloween movie, supposedly, it did not wrap up nicely. And I will admit, I was very happy with how they killed Michael, like how they got rid of his body, you know, like they grinded him up. So that is the smart thing to do in a horror movie, and I was very, very proud of it. So I'm going to give Halloween Kills a, oh, that is the wrong movie. I'm gonna give Halloween Ends a 6 out of 10. I'm sure rewatching it, I'll probably bump it up to a 7. I don't think it'll make it to 8, but yeah, this movie, it was really badass, but definitely out of like this timeline, you know, like Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and this movie, this one was definitely the weakest. So yeah, there was my official spoiler review of Halloween Ends. If you did like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye. I was also upset that Michael didn't get a face reveal. Like, really? Dream can get a face reveal, but Michael can't? Like, are you serious?